Alright, I'm heading back to Saris Lake. I already went there once by accident, so I know where it is. Oh, we gotta level up Maroon. Wow, Maroon sucks. Oh wow, this is bad. I'm gonna run away. Whew. Maybe I do need to invest in some of that super armor. That was not good. Alright, well, all the way back. Guess we'll find something to talk about then. While we walk back and level up Maroon. He should level up pretty quick at least. Alright, so talking about JRPGs, already talked about world maps, talked about games with lots of different characters. I don't even know where to go next. I guess maybe we'll just talk about franchises. That sounds good. Alright, so what's the most famous JRPG franchise? I think that's pretty simple, right? That's Final Fantasy. Game with the name that contradicts itself every single time. Final Fantasy. Where do you even begin? I guess you start at number 1, right? So I've played every Final Fantasy. I haven't beaten all of them. Oh my god! Yeah, this isn't even fun with like 3 people. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I've played all the Final Fantasies, and you know, Final Fantasy it's very near and dear. Not just to me, to many people, I'm sure. So I don't think there's too much about it that I can really say that hasn't been said already. The very first Final Fantasy, I played Game Boy Advance version. No, actually, no, I played... Dude, am I gonna die? Oh, Jesus, man. Alright, well, the game's getting harder now, that's good. Guess I can't be too upset. Dying in a game that I was complaining was too easy. I'm not even gonna engage. Forget Maroon. So I played the first Final Fantasy on Origins for the PlayStation 1. Which I know is fairly different from the actual Nintendo Entertainment System release, but I was always a fan of Final Fantasy. I don't know how worth playing it really is nowadays. If not just for like historical value, then maybe so, but for actual entertainment, it's kind of lacking, I guess. But what was it, 6 classes in the original Final Fantasy? But I finally won a battle for him. Fighter, Thief, Monk, Black Mage, White Mage, Red Mage, right? Yeah, okay. Didn't have too much of a story. It was the whole time travel thing with Garland. I don't even know. I just remember it being a pretty average game. I don't know if I beat it on the PlayStation 1. I think I beat it on the Game Boy Advance. And that version was a lot better. I know that had some extras. It had a lot of extra bosses that appeared in future installments. So that was pretty cool. I remember just grinding in the very last palace and coming across War Mech. I didn't even know what that was. That was a fun experience. But I don't know, I mean, you know, Final Fantasy 1 came up with the whole class thing. You couldn't change classes, but came up with the class ideas. So that can come out like 87 or something, I don't know. Before I was born, at least. I was born in 1990. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'd really recommend Final Fantasy 1 for anything less than historical value. But it was a good experience, I liked it. Okay. Final Fantasy 2. I think most people have pretty much nailed Final Fantasy 2. It is not a good game. I would say it is by far the worst Final Fantasy game. That again, I first played on the PlayStation 1 in Origins. I don't even remember if there was a Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy 2. But even if there was, I wouldn't have played it. It was really goofy, because the way it worked, I don't remember exactly, but there wasn't traditional level ups. It was like you used skills, and through using them, you gained experience in the skill and leveled the skills up, not necessarily a character level. God, I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Great. Yeah, so it was weird. Because to level up your HP, you had to be low in HP or something. So, like, the best way to go about doing that was striking your own characters constantly. It was just really goofy. And, I mean, contrary to popular belief, that was the first Final Fantasy with a real story. Not a very good one, but you had characters. You had motivations and plots beyond just something time travel. See if I can revive him. I know in Final Fantasy II that was the first one. No, I can't revive him. Where you had character deaths. Spoiler alert, Minwoo. And probably some other guys. I just remember Minwoo though. But you had the core party of Firion, a girl, and God, I forgot their names. Like Gulaf or something? No, that can't be right. But you had the three-person party, and you would gain a fourth party member in various spots of the game, which I thought was pretty cool, actually. So, like, Minwoo, the White Mage, was one of those party members. There was a guy named Joseph. I think that's the right game. I don't know, I'm kinda fading on Final Fantasy 2, but the other interesting thing it had was the dialogue system. I should probably look up these games before I actually talk about them, but I think it's more genuine to just go off the top of my head. But I remember the dialogue system. It wasn't dialogue, it was like the code name system or something, but occasionally in dialogue boxes you would find words that were highlighted in red, and you could memorize these words, and you could use those words to talk to people about certain things, similar to like Oblivion, I guess. It's probably a good comparison. But that's how you would progress through the story. You would talk to certain people about certain keywords. Keywords, that's what I want. Keywords. And that was, that was a little ambitious, I think. I wonder if that was even like that on the NES version of the game. I don't even know. But that's what it was like in Origins. But, I mean, the game wasn't very fun. It had a story. It wasn't a very good story. I'm gonna go to the inn real quick here. But it existed. I wouldn't even recommend Final Fantasy II, even for historical context. It's just a bad game. It's really bad. It's definitely the worst Final Fantasy in my opinion. I know at some point there was a side adventure for Final Fantasy II, probably included on some re-release, where you played as all of the dead characters that joined your party in hell or something, and you like escaped. I kind of want to play that. I don't know why. I'll tell you what, though, Final Fantasy II had pretty good music. At least when you listen to remastered versions of it. Oh no, I want salt to skyrocket. Boo. Alright. Back to Raftfleet. Because I think I'm missing some peeps. I think I can get some people now. Also, something I read. I think you're supposed to talk to Lucerina to use your party members. In between this one and the last one, I was just thinking, like, these people are here. Why can't I just use them? And I saw something about talking to Lucerina, but I swear I've talked to her before. I hate everything. What the fuck? So I could have been using... What's his name? Cornelia? I could use these guys... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. So I was just making the game much harder than it had to be. Okay. Well, let's get Kisara. Definitely Kyle. Alright, now I actually have choices, though. That's fantastic. Oh, Saileeds is down there. Yeah, I'll take Saileeds. I can bring my entourage, too, so I'll bring Cornelio. Because I ran into that one elf. I'll be caught off guard again. Well, this is going to make life so much easier. I can't believe this. Or actually, oh, I can bring these guys too. Escape route, trade in. What do these things do, though? I'm guessing the other dude could help you escape quickly. Kisara magic, yeah, she is. Oh wow, I forgot all about this stuff. Wow, so I just look like an absolute moron. I can't level up anyway. I'm gonna save this so whenever I can level those up, I will. Yeah, I just look like an absolute moron on that last video. Where I'm saying like, oh, this is so hard with 2 people, I'm so dumb. Kyle's probably attack, right? He's probably similar to George, so... Oh, I was using party experience. Oopsies. I'm sure Kyle's going to be a mainstay. Oh god, I just need to take a moment and just, like, drown in misery. Oh my god, that's so bad. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? God, please don't crucify me too hard. The 5 people that end up watching this video who aren't even gonna listen to this part, just randomly in the middle. Oh God, I hate me. I hate me. trying to miss any dudes. It sounds like it's very possible for that to happen, so... I was under the impression that Oboro was docked here somewhere. Maybe this is him, actually. Oh yeah, this wasn't always here.
Right, let's try that one more time. That sounds pretty good, the Liberation Army.
mad dudes up in here. Ooh. Ah, so these must be all recruitable people. Wow. These are all people I've met so far. Yeah, this is all people I've seen. Now, what is investigate? Oh, okay, so again, these are all people I've seen. And blue must be people I do not have. Cool, very cool. So that's like how to get them, I guess. Alright, how do we get Alharzad? Oh, and he's gone. I don't want to play. Oops. Okay, cool. So we got Oboro and Shigure and Fuyo. Oh, I'm so happy I have a full party. Let me just actually rechange my formation. Just because now I do have a different party. Let's try this. So Kyle in front. Sorry, is she a mate? I'll keep her in the back just because she's low level anyway. Same with him, he's useless. Yeah, so I have a few more things. I'm just gonna go by the Suikoden character guide here. You know, I thought about just doing everything totally blind. We'll call this like mini blind. Half blind. I don't know. I just don't feel like trying to figure everything out, you know? As I've said before, I don't want to turn a 50-hour game into a 100-hour game. I ain't got that kind of time. But, back to the Final Fantasy retrospective. Final Fantasy 2, yeah, I don't know, man. Just forget about it. It's stupid. Don't play it. Final Fantasy 3, talking about the original Japanese Final Fantasy 3, the third game in the series. I played that actually the Nintendo DS remake, the 3D remake, and I was not a fan. Alright, so now we can actually recruit Josephine because we have Saileeds. Honestly, I thought it was because Frey changed his clothes that he would be able to get her. Fantastic. Is she actually, like, in the party? She's like a fighting character? Oh my god, she is. That's so stupid. I'm not using Josephine. Oh, have to add her, okay. Fantastic. Hip controller unplugged, okay. So, Final Fantasy 3, yeah, I played the DS remake, the 3D one. Never played the original on the NES, but I don't know if that was even released in America, actually. So the notable thing about Final Fantasy 3 is the class system. I don't remember it exactly. I know it was not as well refined as 5, but it existed. And man, I'm trying to think. It's been so long since I've played it, and I really did not like it. Mostly because of the use of the Toad and Mini spell that you had to use constantly within the game to travel around to various parts. You had to Mini yourself or Toad yourself, and it was just really, really annoying. I'm gonna check the salt price again. God, like, I really can't remember 3. It was just so underwhelming to me. I remember I was trying to get a friend into Final Fantasy, and the first games he happened to play in the series were Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 13. So needless to say, he did not try again, understandably. What's over here? Yeah, dude, honestly, I remember it had a class system. I remember the Toad and Mini stuff. The class system was not good. It was not well refined. Ah, man. I think MP was weird. It was like a Dungeons and Dragons thing rather than straight MP points. I don't remember. Alright, well, you know what? First, let me figure out what I'm going to do next. So Cyrus Lake is continuing everything. But I'm going to go recruit some more before I forget. I don't know, maybe I'll come back to Final Fantasy 3, but I mean talking about, not actually playing, but I remember it was underwhelming, so if you want my advice, don't play it. Don't bother. Play the better ones. Final Fantasy 4. Did beat Final Fantasy 4. I did beat 3. I don't think I ever beat 2. I know I beat 1, I know I beat 3, and I know I beat 4. I don't think I beat 2. Alright, so I'm gonna have to put Takumi in the party. So it actually seems more valuable to have entourage members be blue. I mean green. Than actually carry someone, but I don't know. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to power up some weapons. No, this isn't that. This is... I have to keep that in mind. I have to go to a blacksmith. ASAP. Yeah, the blacksmith is far away. I'll be fine. I kind of have to, though, because my people are so weak. Yeah, forget it. I think I should have put I think I should have put Shigure in the party, but I gotta level up some of these other guys since I neglected to take them with me for who knows how long. Ugh, God. Alright, let's see. Where am I going? Actually, no, I'm going back to Raftfleet. Excuse me for the meandering. Going to the Raftfleet Inn. Whoa, look at this guy. I feel like that's a reference to another game that I don't understand. Alright, so there's two characters there who I assume are going to join at some point. Maybe not. Hey, look! It's Norma and Ernst. There's Norden. So I've been doing this in kind of a bad order. So I'm going to go back to Haud. And ultimately to Lunas. Actually, let me see if Oboro came back. Just curious how his investigations work. Yeah, I think anyway. So, oh, you get background on him. Oh, interesting. Get some background on Leon. I guess you just have to zone out. Alright, so kind of a long trek to Lunas. Alright, yeah, Final Fantasy IV. Let's talk about that one. I remember all the Final Fantasies past 4 much better than I do 1, 2, and 3. 4 is worth playing. I don't know, I feel like I get crucified for saying this, but I think 4 is kind of overrated, to be honest. But on the other hand, it's also hard to put yourself in that spot of it being like 1993 or 1994 or whatever on the Super Nintendo, and this is the first game with like a real actual story. Not the first RPG with like a real story. But I played it when I was fairly young. I think again, where did I first play that? I played that on the PlayStation 1. It was the Final Fantasy Chronicles or Final Fantasy Anthology? I don't remember the difference between the two. It was one was Chrono Trigger and I think Final Fantasy IV. And then the other was Final Fantasy 5 and 6. I'll look that up real quick while I go to Lunas. Which way is Lunas, actually? Oh, no, you know what? I go the other way. I came out the east side, I have to go out the west side. Sorry for my redundant path. I'm looking up Final Fantasy Anthology and Chronicles. So Anthology was... Okay, so Anthology was 5 and 6. Yeah, okay, and then Chronicles was 4 and Chrono Trigger. So that's the first time I played Chrono Trigger 2, which is another topic, but I have nothing but glowing things to say about Chrono Trigger. So 4 I kind of thought was overrated, but again, like I was saying, put yourself in the shoes of that time period. And it was a good story. It was a cute little story of the evil Dark Knight becoming the Paladin, conquering his brother, and then the random dude that was possessing Gold Best. That wasn't the moon. That was the moon. That was the game with the moon, where you travel to the moon and befriend the moon people. Fusoya. Yeah. Okay. All right. This path is going to lead me to Lunas. Yeah. And speaking of games with a lot of characters, Final Fantasy IV had a ton of characters. Not quite as much as this. It was probably like 12, 16 range. I can't even remember all the characters in that game. But I enjoyed how it was told through a story. Oh wait, let's see. Okay, obviously I'm gonna take out... I guess it's not very obvious. Maroon's kind of negated my style a little bit. Didn't I have Josephine? Oh, I took out Takumi. Sure. Sorry, Cornelio. Okay, so now, yeah, we go right here. Cool. Alright. And... yeah. Oh, Isato, 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 Isato. Let's see if I can talk to the Oracle. I don't even remember where she is. I think she's in the second one. No. I guess this technically is the second one. Oh. A little bit more. Oops, wrong way. Oh, how do I get out this place? Not here? Yeah, never mind. Alright, so we got one more thing to do here. I can see an old friend. Is Erda still with me? Yeah, she is. Oh, cool. What level is she? 15. And she's a long-range fighter. That's cool. Oh, this is the wrong way. This is where the gold was. Or logging moon, or mining for gold. Alright, Final Fantasy IV. Let's see. Can I remember every character in Final Fantasy IV? You had Cecil and Kane, obviously. Kane was the Dragoon. The prototypical Dragoon. My man. You had Rydia, who was the Summoner. That was 3 characters. Edward the Bard, who could forget the spoony little bard. Ah, man, who else? Who else? Yang, the monk. So every character was based off of a class, and I think this is more so the game that kind of made that the trademark of Final Fantasy. The classes and each of these characters were the prototype. Aang was the monk, he used the claws, like I said. You had the twin mages, Palom and Porum, white and black mage. Sid. He was like an engineer, which I guess isn't used that much. Who else? Edge. Edge was the ninja. Ninja was a staple class. Oh man, I think that's most people. I remember Fusoya. Yeah, Fusoya. I said him before. He was like the sage, I guess. I should probably stop talking while that's going on. Alright, we're going right back in. Who am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Tella. He was the other sage. He died in the game. Yeah. Is that it? No, there had to be more characters than that. But yeah, they were all based on the class. First story, not the first story, but the first, like, good story. Let's see. Alright, I thought this guy was supposed to be up here. Maybe I did something wrong. It's hard to concentrate while I'm ranting. I don't even know why I'm fighting these things. Let's see. Yeah, I like Final Fantasy IV, and Final Fantasy IV is actually similar to Suikoden because you could use 5 characters. That was a first and last time for Final Fantasy. I liked it. I thought it made things a little bit faster. And did that use an A2B system of some kind? I don't think so. Maybe? I don't know. Uh-oh. They have actual like options for dealing with groups of enemies. That's nice. Nice. Alright, so I guess they're saying don't go there. Oh man, I can't even go here. That's a shame. Oh wait, no, because it's up there a little bit more. Never mind, she was there. Maybe he's down here. He is not down here. Then the Oracle is my only chance. Wasn't he here before? I don't even remember. I'll check them all. That's a Sato. Join me. Dang. At least in here. Well, that kind of limits my options. Let me check. Should be up there. Let me zoom out again. Maybe it's because I have Maroon the beaver. This guy doesn't like beavers. Alright, I'll try one more time. Zooming out and zoom back in. Great. Yeah, but Final Fantasy IV is good. I totally recommend Final Fantasy IV. Both historical context and just fun. I would say the best version is the Game Boy Advance version. That's the one that I eventually beat. I don't think I ever beat the PS1 version. I was young and stupid. Final Fantasy V. I like Final Fantasy V a lot. I think it's very underrated because whereas 4 kind of introduced the blueprints for the job class, 5 kind of took it and ran with it. That was the first game where you could change your class. Unless you could change in 3. In the original version, I'm not sure. On the DS version, you could switch. But, yeah, in 5 you could switch classes and you could learn skills and you could add skills to other classes and sub-jobs and all that stuff, at least in the Game Boy Advance version. And it was good stuff. It was very good stuff. I think that's a really underrated game. The story is not very good. Alright, he's not here. I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna leave then. Alright. I'll come back another time. I think it might be because I'm in the middle of something. Stupid little maroon. Yeah, he's not coming. Okay. Yeah, Final Fantasy V, I guess what it's remembered for mostly is the job system and also being the introduction of Gilgamesh. I always remember it because the main character's name was Butts, and I thought that was funny. And they have the mind of a 5-year-old. Yeah, you had 4 permanent party members in that game. So you could play around with the job system a little bit more, I guess, through those characters. But, who was it? It was Butts, some girl, Galuf. I don't even remember the characters in 5. The actual story was just very mediocre, but I remember Galuf dying, and he was replaced by his granddaughter, I think, or his daughter, Krill. And that upset me, because she was a lot worse than Galuf, at least in my playthrough. So 5, obviously that's not, you know, the most in-depth thing I've ever talked about in my life, but it is what this. Is this a special enemy? Pickles, yeah. Yeah, I got all this
Rogue Knight?
Oh, really? Cool. I have 5 people, I just realized. Okay, well, it's been like an hour, so I'm actually gonna call it here. I'll continue with this recruitment a little bit. Got like 2 more people to get. Not sure, something like that. We'll see.